I'm going to teach you something important. As a corporate executive with more than 25 years of experience, I've lived through multiple technology evolutions. I might sound like your grandma when I say I graduated from college when there was no internet. My first cell phone was for emergency only, and it was a brick. Yeah, seriously, Google it. I adapted from distributed computing to cloud computing. We didn't have social media or LLMs and automation or vibe coding. I lived through the first wave of digital transformation, and just like you, I'm adapting to AI. If there's one lesson I've learned through all of it, it's this: AI won't replace you, but being passive about AI might. Welcome to the Young Professional's Survival Guide. I'm Lisa Larson, founder of Mindful Corporate Mastery, corporate executive, and someone who has spent a career helping organizations navigate change. Oh, yeah, and I'm also Gen X. I earned a computer science degree in the early 90s. Back then, there was no Google and barely internet. I didn't carry the power of a computer in my pocket like today's smartphones. There was no LinkedIn to build my professional network. I didn't have AI to quickly build my ideas into meaningful, meat on the bone, early stage concepts. The technology we use to take notes, transcribe meetings, help write emails, and the most wonderful time saver of all time, making amazingly beautiful presentation decks, wasn't even possible when I started my corporate career. Despite all of that, I've managed to stay relevant, continue growing, and lead through decades of disruption. Not because I could predict the future, although I wish I could have because then I'd retired onto a tropical island by now. But nevertheless, I thrived without mastering all the tech details of the technology that came along. I stayed humble and comfortable enough to know I didn't know everything. The truth was much simpler. I stayed curious, continued to learn, grow, and adapt. But my biggest skill of all is learning how to connect technology to business outcomes. That skill has been far more valuable than any technical skill I've ever acquired. One of the biggest misconceptions is the belief that successful executives must have all the answers. I'm here to tell you they don't. In fact, some of the most successful leaders I know and have worked with can admit to knowing what they don't know. The difference is they don't stay stuck in the not knowing. They ask questions, learn, adapt, and they're willing to connect new ideas to real business problems. People who thrive in change aren't the people who know everything. They have the ability to figure things out. If you read the news headlines, it sounds like AI means the end of work as we know it. Maybe you've heard things like AI will replace millions of jobs. AI is going to eliminate the work of an entire department. Humans will be obsolete. I heard versions of the same message throughout my career with other technology disruptions like the internet, cloud computing, or outsourcing people to lower cost markets. All of those technology shifts and transformations came with a level of change and adaptation, but it also created opportunity. The professionals who thrived are the ones who adapted, not necessarily the smartest or the most technical. They're the ones who accepted and embraced change as a learning opportunity. Let's be realistic about what AI is good at. It can summarize a client call with specific action items. It can analyze or research tremendous amounts of data. It can help you draft all sorts of documents. It's amazing at automating low level, repetitive tasks. Oh, and it's worth repeating. Did I say amazing at creating slide decks? You should absolutely dive in and learn how to use it effectively. Seriously, just pick one and spend time with the available free resources. Focus on learning. Number one, how to ask it better questions. Number two, how to evaluate the answers with a healthy amount of cite your sources skepticism. Learn how to create business value with AI. Here's what I believe will put you ahead. The company you work for doesn't invest in technology because it's interesting. They're doing it to achieve a business outcome. These aren't new business outcomes in an AI world. They'll do it to increase revenue, reduce the cost, improve the customer experience, retain employees, make well informed, better decisions, move fast, create innovation. Technology is just the tool. The value comes from what the tool helps the company accomplish. Here's the skill that will set you apart and has worked for me throughout my career. You'll create the most value for the company, not from being the smartest at writing better prompts or vibe coding or creating AI agents. You'll create value by asking, what does this technology enable? What business problem does it solve? Who benefits from that? What outcome improves with this technology? What does it do for revenue, costs, people, or clients? That's the real skill. And I'm telling you, that hasn't changed. AI technology is evolving rapidly. So don't spend your valuable time focusing on every AI feature that gets released. The next release might make what you already learned obsolete. The smartest people who add the most value are the ones who connect technology, people, and business outcomes. And that's been the same skill I've been using since I graduated from college. This is where meaningful careers are built. Each time in my career, I've been faced with a situation where I didn't have all the answers and I had a choice. I could let what I didn't know intimidate or get curious about what it I needed to learn. And guess what? Most people are happy to share their knowledge when you ask. Tell me more about that. I'd love to learn from you. I've seen dozens of technology and business transformations over my career, and each time I learned. Today with AI, I'm still learning. Yeah, I wrote crappy prompts just like everybody else and questions at the beginning, but I will tell you, they're improving over time. The point still remains the same. Successful people never stop learning. They approach the new with curiosity, not fear. Here's what to remember about what AI can't do. It can't own an organization's accountability. It has no context for what will or won't work within a company culture. It can generate a dozen options, but only a human can review and make a judgment call on which one is the right one. It can't build trust with a client. It doesn't understand the relationships within your organization, with your customers, or your team. There's so many uniquely human skills that AI can't replicate, like critical thinking, judgment, and nuances of communication. It can't lead or rally a team. It can't innovate and make something completely new. It can do a decent job of faking empathy or tell you your idea is the best ever. But that's not real. The uniquely human skills will become even more important in a world of AI. The real risk for you is passively letting AI adoption happen all around you. Don't wait for your boss to tell you what to learn or HR to roll out AI training. Take control of your own career and dive in. Will you make mistakes? Most certainly. Pick a tool you like, jump in because the AI world is moving fast. Lean in, experiment, ask questions, and stay curious. Here's my challenge. Pick an AI tool. There's so many with free trials. Go play with it and build something, write something, or create something. And then ask yourself, what business problem could this help solve? What process could I improve? How could this help me automate a repetitive task so I spend my time doing those uniquely human things, not those repetitive tasks? You don't need to be an AI expert. Focus on what it can do to create a meaningful business outcome. That's a much more valuable skill. If there's one thing I want you to remember, it's this: you don't need to know everything. Be willing to learn, adapt, ask questions, and stay curious. Be willing to connect new ideas to meaningful outcomes. Technology will go through more transformations and AI will keep evolving. Curiosity, critical thinking, judgment, and learning will always matter. AI won't replace you, but being passive about it might. Thank you for joining me for another episode of the Young Professionals Survival Guide. If you found this episode valuable, follow the show and share it with a young professional who's wondering what the future of work looks like. Your career is not going to be defined by technology, it will be defined by how you use it.